Good morning, Earthlings. Zube here. I'm going to pull some cards for today. I am in Minnesota at the moment, and I would show you, but the glare would be too much. It snowed outside last night. We're visiting Zeke's family, and I'm kind of curious how the solar eclipse energies have played out for everyone. I had a dream last night. Actually, it was like, I feel like I closed my eyes and started dreaming and like woke up in the middle of the night and I was like, whoa, this is a lot of dreams. I'm going to remember it all. Then I fell back asleep and continued dreaming. And then I woke up this morning and I was like, wow, I dreamt a lot. And instantly it was gone. And the only thing that I remember is that I was riding a moose. Okay. Um, And so I looked up moose. So a lot of the spirit animal stuff is intuitive, but I looked up a moose, and a moose is about like pride and strength. I mean, clearly they're big ass animals. Um, and I remember I was just like charging, not charging toward anything, but just like bolting on this moose, right? Going for a run. And that kind when I woke up this morning, I was like, was that just for me? Um, and it wasn't. The way that these eclipse energies are playing playing out is that we've got an infusion of like confidence, hopefully, right? And not and pride, but not like the a-hole kind. Um, it's like it's time to stand on our feet and be sovereign. Like if there are issues going on in our life, we know we've got to know because we might not be aware, but what we are being shown is that it's our responsibility. Um, but yeah, I'm gonna look it up really quick just because but for a moose. Okay, okay. Where is it? So, Moose encourages you to be proud of your achievements and to do your part to share your gifts with others. The meaning of the moose also focuses on strength and power. When you decide that you want something, you will not stop until you get it, even if it results in injury or death. The moose symbolism speaks about solidarity and togetherness and how you should strive to have them in your relationships. Relationships take a lot of work, but if you have a solid foundation, you have one less thing to worry about. Anyway, that's what came up, and it felt like today or this weekend in general. With the moon in Capricorn, moving into Capricorn, I think it's already there. At the moment, it is 9:30 Central Time, but moon in Capricorn, I was about to say, is pretty calculated. It's a very calculated emotional moon. It's where we can um, differentiate, right, between like what needs to be done and our feelings. I have the moon in Capricorn, and I always kind of tell people it's like my emotions are work to me. Like I work on them. Um, so it can in a person, it can come off as being a little bit aloof, especially when the time comes. It's opposite my sun in Cancer, which is pretty emotional. So I have that interplay. If you're going, well, I don't know, Zuby seems pretty emotional, but when it comes down to it, I can really cool off my emotions and appear cold and get things done that need to be done, right? That's the kind of the beauty of the Capricorn moon. Doesn't mean that we don't have feelings or that we're not um, emotional per se, but when it boils down to it, we just work. We work. And you know, whether that be in therapy or what have you. But what that means when the moon is transiting through Capricorn, this is a really good time to work through our emotional life and how we feel. Now, the moon in Capricorn is going to square Chiron, where when we had the solar eclipse, the moon was making a really good aspect to Chiron. So we might have been, and Chiron is the wounded healer. So that's our insecurity. So some of, we might have become aware of some of our own emotional baggage with this eclipse. And right now that the moon is squaring it, it's kind of time to do something about it, right? To really dig in and do something about it. Let me pull some cards. Huh, those are for me. Sometimes that happens. We, good grief. That's for me too. You know, when goofy stuff happens with the cards, I always kind of take that into account. So there could be a very scattered or almost like stuck feeling, but and I think that's us preparing to clear things out or to like grasp onto and really feel that confidence and build our esteem when we're approaching things. It's almost like um things we believe are mountains are actually molehills, but it's going to take courage to approach them, and then I think we might be surprised at how simply it goes. Anyway, all right, so we're going to get spiritual advice for today. Yeah. Huh. Things are all over the place. Eight of Wands, that's a lot of stuff up in the air, um, you know, barreling towards an end goal, but it's too soon to tell. We're not really like making a decision. This is kind of a just keep powering through card. Um, Lots of messages, lots of oh, interesting. Eight of Cups. Eight of Cups is there's more. There's more, right? He's got these eight cups and they're standing. Um, but he is heading into the unknown in pursuit of what will be the ninth cup. And the nine of cups is the wish fulfilled. You know, it's like heading out into the unknown without a promise that there's more, but just a feeling of knowing that there's more, right? But you have to leave behind everything that's comfortable in order to pursue that something more. And what just popped into my head is like even relationships or situations where like things are good, right? If you just keep doing what you're doing, but we're moving, these are both eights, first of all. So we have 88, and they're both heading into the unknown. I'm sorry about the lighting here. I'm in a hotel room, but um, we don't know the final outcome, but there's having faith in ourselves, in, you know, the divine or higher power, God, spirit, and just having that faith. Let me pull, but there's trust involved in that. Mm, extremes. Hot moon. Number 34, extremes. That's either we're going to do it or we're not. Another thing that I was reading on that site about the moose energy is it's about bringing like handling the oppositions in our life, the polarities, finding balance. There is a potential for extremes here. I'm gonna pull one more. Well, we might be hot and cold while we're trying to figure out what way to proceed. The unexpected. Yeah, this is the time to let go and let God and give in to things that we're called to, things that might not even make sense. And we got 34 and 43 and 8, 8. That's synchronistic. Um, that's pretty funny. Anyway, I am headed back to Colorado tonight, and then I leave tomorrow morning from Colorado to drive to Texas. So I'm going to be going a little bit crazy. I hope you guys have a great day on Earth. Peace. Namaste.